to the future of agribusiness in Africa, leveraging technology to minimize post-harvest loss. So this session is to provide a form of discussion around the critical issue of post-harvest losses in Africa's agribusiness sector and to explore how technology can mitigate these losses. So through insights from industry experts and practitioners, participants on this call will gain valuable knowledge about innovation, solutions, and strategies to reduce post-harvest losses. So with me on this call, I have Chioma Aniagolu, who is the founder of Agrodemy Technologies. Agrodemy Technologies is the company that aims to combat food waste by the creation of courses that help to increase knowledge on how we can create food products from waste produce around us. And not just waste produce, excess produce also. In this case, we're talking today about post-harvest losses. So excess produce on the farm that couldn't get sold off. We teach how to create food products from that. So value-added products is something that we do at Agrodemy Academy. I'm also here with Ebele Ajaba, who is the founder of Mebic Organics Integrated Limited. Mebic Organics is a company that specializes in the production of spices, probiotic tea, dehydrated fruits and vegetables to the Nigerian markets. And then also also to the international markets. So we also have on this call Favour Adeleke. Favour Adeleke is the founder of QuiQui Farms. So QuiQui Farms is an agri-tech startup that is incorporating blockchain technology in the agri space. They help to supply fresh food produce to a couple of companies in Nigeria on a weekly basis. So kudos to them. And these people will be sharing insights on how we can help to reduce post-harvest losses using technology. My name is Ijeoma Mbah, and I am the Academy Assistant at Agrodemy Technology. So I have Favour with me on the call, and I just want to quickly ask him a particular question, which he's going to expand more in his presentation, which is, Favour, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you also hear me, Ijeoma?
Yes, I can. So how do you see technology playing a role in reducing post-harvest losses on your farm?
Thank you so much for that very insightful question, right? So how do I see technology playing an impactful role on our farm? Yeah, technology really has a lot of role to play, right? And it has been able to play a very good role in our farm and really help us mitigate losses. So at QuiQui Farms, we deal with livestock. We also deal with vegetables, right? So I'll first start with the livestock arm, right? First, technology has really helped us in terms of biosecurity in our farm, to prevent us from mortality and to prevent us from any harm that can, have effects on either our poultry products such as chickens and turkeys or larger large ruminant animals like cows and rams and all, right? So in terms of biosecurity, one, it helps us in terms of tracking. So we've been able to track our animals, we're able to, install chips in them. And these chips has really been very helpful. It helps us with tracking, their location, where they're going, that's one, and where they are. It also provides us with much data in terms of, the animal's health, and also helps us guide, this is how maybe the animal is beginning to have bacteria or is being exposed to some kind of disease, or which can affect how it's eating or how productive it is generally. So these chips has really helped us. I remember days where we lose cattle in numbers, or we lose some of our chickens as well, and we have contracts to meet up, and sometimes something goes wrong, and especially on biosecurity for chickens, right? And you begin to have serious mortality, that becomes a very big problem. And but with the improvement, with the introduction of technology into what we're doing, that's really helped us mitigate severe losses in millions, right? And of course, we're really grateful to what technology has had to offer us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. I can see that the incorporation of technology into your farm has really helped to mitigate losses for you, which I mean, for every business owner, you don't want to be pumping in money into something and then nature takes its course, because I mean, sickness is something that apart from technology coming in, you really cannot fight it. So big ups to tech, I guess. So I don't know if Maureen is on this call. Sorry, you were saying?
Yes, I am. Good evening.
Good evening. All right, so Maureen, could you tell us a little bit about how technology, how you've adopted technology in your processing business, and what are some challenges you've actually faced in adopting technology?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay, so good evening, everyone.
All right. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Maureen Ebele Ajaba. I hope it's okay for me to leave my video muted. I hope it's fine.
Yes, that's fine. That's okay. Yeah.
Okay, because of my background, I'm on transit. All right. So my name is Ebele Maureen Ajaba, and regarding the topic of sorry, 1 minute. Trying to set my audio. Okay. So regarding the topic of my experience in adopting technology for processing and the impact we have had with technology on Mebic Organic, I would say that technology helps us to increase our efficiency and productivity, and we simply are able to do that through automation. For production business like ours, most of the challenges is doing manual work, and that impacts so badly on us. So for you to be able to increase efficiency, you need to adopt technology like machineries, equipment, to increase the efficiency of our business by sorting, grading, and packaging. And this will help us minimize. This helps us to minimize costs, increase our productivity, and as well as reduce any form of waste we sort of engage in the business. And in respect to this, we are able to remain consistent with our quality, because with this, we are able to minimize human errors in the cost of our production. And with the advancement of Internet of Things, IoT, by using equipment that are sensor-based, we are able to monitor issues of temperature, humidity, and these are factors that affect our product, like the spices. If the humidity are not well stated, you have issues of contaminations, and that affects the quality and the safety of food we give to customers. So therefore, adoption of technology cannot be overemphasized, because it's the primary need in production business, and it helps reduce cost, labor costs, and also reduce waste, like I said. And this also helps us to make sure we drive home the sustainability goal of every business, because farming now, the global aim of business and farming and anything that has to do with food is about sustainability, saving energy, and reducing any form of carbon infusion to the society. And with that, you are able to increase your innovation of your product, because we can churn out new products to the market that are well advanced, well refined, and that gives us a good competitive edge in the market. Thank you so much.
That's so nice. We can see again an applause for technology, that technology helps your business to become more efficient, reducing human errors, helping to sort, to grade. But there's something that the both of you have pointed out that I see that is something that could be lacking, especially in the African sector, which is knowledge. I mean, Maureen, on your part, if you didn't have knowledge of the kind of equipment or the kind of machinery needed, it would be practically impossible for you to have the level of growth that you've had in your business, I mean technology-wise, because you would be in the dark. And then also for Favour, if you didn't have the knowledge on the kind of chips to buy or about the existence of even these chips, because I mean, you and I can attest that in the African agri space, there are people that don't have access to these technologies. There are people that don't even know about these technologies. So from what I can see is that knowledge is power. Knowledge is a very big deal in reducing post-harvest losses. Actually, in implementing or in adding technologies to your business, you need to have at least a level of knowledge, and which is something that at Agrodemy Academy, we do. So we help people to access knowledge and information on how to address post-harvest challenges around them, and then also make money from them. You can check out our platform on agrodemy.net. And basically, what kind of knowledge do we do? We help people gain knowledge on the kind of the kind of food products that they can produce with the food produce they have around them. So someone that has tomatoes going bad in their farms, someone that has a lot of chicken feathers, doesn't know that they could make pillows out of feathers and then sell it, and it could be something that could also bring them money. So how to manage their waste products, how to manage the products that are going bad, that's something that we teach on Agrodemy Academy. So it's a digital self-paced learning platform. We have detailed free courses. Yes, our courses are free. And then we also have bonuses with our courses, like a business plan template, a tax list to get you started in the business, a list of equipment needed, a case study video of an entrepreneur in that business. So I mean, for free. So why would you want to gain knowledge? So I see that in the African space, something that we need to work on a lot is knowledge. We need to push out this information and actually not gatekeep. We also have certifications for our courses, but they're very affordable. I mean, they're literally less than $1. So thank you very much. I don't know if we have some questions from this session. Unfortunately, we didn't have one of our speakers join us, but that's fine. You could also check out our platform. Please, my speakers, if you could just drop your links in the chat box so that people that might want to engage with you or with your business could do that. So please drop your website link or however they can contact you, an email address, please drop it in the chat box. And for the participants on this call, I don't know if there's anybody with a question. If there's nobody with a question, I have some questions for our speakers.
Oh, great. That would be nice. Thank you.
Okay, yes. So you spoke about using blockchain technology, or your company is known to use blockchain technology. So how do you use the blockchain technology? Is the blockchain technology the kind of technology that is found in the chips? Or can you just shed more light on that, please? Thank you.
Okay, that's fine, right? We actually produce at the farm, right? We've been able to understand that in order for us to scale hospitality companies that we currently, serve across 3 states, a group, and that's why we've been able to build over the years, build a network of farmers, right? And how the blockchain begin to export to other countries. Of course, you need certain certifications of certification of origin. You need system basically helps us connect everyone together, right? Information. So every customer that we sell to can easily even data or enough information about any product that they are getting, right? So the blockchain has really been able to help us on background knowledge and all certifications and everything, right? Again, it really helps us, of which is actually embedded in our system, and that's why we can be operating from different multiple zones, and we are always across, and customers sometimes can actually this place at this center at this time, and it just makes everything seamless, and that's how it has really been for us. And when you want to meet global, this is also something very, very important. Of course, this system it also helps us with also meeting multiple demands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Sorry, I guess network is bad. But then I have one last question for you before we take maybe any questions from the chat, which is what advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs in Africa on how to adopt technology, and then who are looking to integrate like technology with their existing farms or with their existing businesses?
Okay, I think that's the first thing is, for people to be willing to learn.
Very important.
I think you need to be willing to learn, and it's really going to save you a whole lot. The more you know, the better for you. The more you have access to information and real-time information, the better for you. Depends on how anyone wants to come into it. Do you want to come into the production arm? Do you want to maybe render step to come into the value chain? Value chain is actually wide, right? So if whatever value chain you want to come into, of course, you have access to information, you understand and you learn more about what you really want to do to the point where you're good, and that alone can really help you. Right. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember your second question. Sorry, I didn't write that down. I think I need to write down your question.
No, that's fine. I was just asking yeah, I'll repeat myself, don't worry. That's fine. How would you ask them to, or what advice would you give them to integrate technology into their business to reduce post-harvest loss? In your case, you spoke about having the chips that help you with data for the chickens and for the livestock. So how would you advise them to incorporate technology? And you spoke to knowledge, which is very, very important, but sometimes people don't even have access to knowledge. Do you understand? But they have that willingness, especially where we're coming from. So how would you advise them?
So to me, I think technology is it's to anyone or whatever industry anyone is, technology is actually a game changer. I think that's the word. Important for people to be tech driven, because that guarantees your sustainability in that part. Either you evolve with technology or you're out of business completely. We've seen this over the years with brands. Let's even talk about popular phone brands that we know.
Yeah.
We can talk about BlackBerry, and at some point, growing up then, BlackBerry was everything to us.
Yeah.
Funny. There are so many threats. There's so many threats in the business world. Of course, there's politics there. There are social threats. There are legal threats. So there's a list of that any entrepreneur or business owner can face, right? But of course, there are some that you can control, but if you give, figure out ways technology could help you advance or improve productivity and results, then you're going to be out in no time, right? So I think and be willing to understand things that they're not doing too well, in their business. So how technology can, right? What works for customer A is totally going to be different from what works from customer. terrain is different, climate is different, so many things are different, right? So you just have to like ensure that whatever technology you want to solve a particular problem that the business has. So that's my advice.
All right. Thank you very much for that. I don't know if Maureen, you can hear me. Hello, Maureen. Are you still there? It seems that
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay. So I just have a question for you, Maureen. What advice would you give to an aspiring that wants to incorporate technology into their business in order to reduce post-harvest loss?
Okay, first off, I will have to forewarn you of the challenges that have to do with the integration of technology, especially in the manufacturing. One is the high cost of purchasing these equipment, and the require most times the machineries does not come cheap, or when you want to get access to these technologies, they don't come cheap. And most especially in the part of the world we are in, most times we already have an existing system where everything is done manually. So incorporating technology into the existing system sometimes have its own challenges, especially dealing with skill gaps. And that requires massive training of the staff to be able to work on the compatibility issues of the old system with the new system. And it also requires funding. It means that you must plan out your funding and you must plan out the purchase of this equipment. Whichever way that works for you, it's important to have a budget and plan and find out what is most necessary to the very phase and stage of your business, and that can aid the scalability of your business. And you have to plan out maintenance and upkeep of this equipment, because when you don't, you face some challenges, especially when there is a breakdown during production, which will cost you more. And if you're working at destruction and like issues that have to do with traceability, there are equipment that are quite specific, and this help in disrupting the market as it improves your product quality, brings sort of a sort of honesty to your processes and transparency that makes customers to sort of have solid trust and loyalty. So you have a lot of advantage, but it's important to plan. And most times it comes with a whole lot of change. You must plan change management, how your people adopt to the usage, and also the data security and privacy that has to do with the integration and use of these equipment. So at the end tail of it is actually something worth doing. It helps you increase efficiency and productivity, but you must also have a concrete plan. Then, if I am to advise regarding the post-harvest loss, I would say first thing first is ensure you are using technology that it is in line or you can easily incorporate to what you're already doing. Most of the times we see IoT sensors or IoT-based equipment, but sometimes we may not know how to use them because we, at the end of the day, use them wrongly, especially in the part of the world we are in. So, and if we are to adopt it, most especially in waste management, we must look at precision agriculture. Implement precision agricultural technologies that are very specific, data-driven, because that is what is lacking in this part of the world. So at the end of the day, blockchain, especially in the supply chain management, imagine the gap of transportation of quality produce from farm to factory, and from factory to what we call the market. There's always a huge challenge and a gap, and that is where the major post-harvest loss occur, aside from what happens by poor handling and poor storage in the farm. So it's important to also work around technologies that focus on smart storage systems, cold chain technology, and that will optimize processes and operations in and outside the farm. That way, we can be sure that we are managing every challenges we face across the supply chain. Inventory management, this is our area. We need data-driven technologies as well. So, and if we have these technologies that are data-driven, it helps both farmers, processors, and the people who sell at the end tail of the business to have data analysis and the predictive analysis that can help us in making decisions, even in training and in us working together as a team having a collaborative effort across the supply chain. So my honest advice is any change or any improvement we want to make regarding technology must focus on all these: improve inventory, manage post-harvest loss, process optimization, storage, and then, of course, that can enhance traceability. Thank you.
Wow, wow. Like you really just hit the nail on the head. And I think that also something that we haven't talked about is how the government plays a very big role or can help out. Like you mentioned, then the in-process technology that can help from the farm to the consumers. That's something that the government could help out a bit, at least with grants, with loans, to help people to solve that issue. Because, you know, as you were speaking about the comparison between when someone decides to adopt technology and then the manual lifestyle that we're already used to, what came to my mind was pricing. I mean, the price level of a product that is being processed by technology will not be the same level of pricing of a product that is manually processed. So I want to just ask you personally now, how have you been able to set your price level, you know, having to deal with competitors that produce exactly what you're producing, but manually?
Okay, it will shock you to know that with technology, you have a whole lot of advantage in price management. Now, because the efficiency help you reduce waste. With manual, there's a whole lot of human error and there's a whole lot of waste. And irrespective of how much you want to set your price, these are factors that will affect you, your pricing, your cost of production, and that translates to your pricing. So most importantly, we don't wait for government. In the part of the world we are in, you know the reality. The microeconomies have a lot of effect on us. But then within us, what can you do? The best way you can do is to do what is within your control, making sure that you minimize any form of loss. And with that, if you're able to get technologies that will enhance your efficiency and productivity, and imagine us now working towards getting a Mebic storage system. What does that do for us? It means that when we get the produce in season, off season, we have a reasonable quantity in storage for us to run production. And we can validate quality because we get them fresh, we process them right, and we store right. So we're not afraid of contamination when it's being stored or when we get it from farmers who are stored and we may not be able to trace the storage nature. You get. So with all this, if you get technology-driven storage system, be it cold or dry, and you get you increase your process, you optimize your process by getting the right equipment to process. The truth is that you will have as less than 2% waste. For us, that is our target, less than 2% waste in the cost of production. Because at the end of the day, and in agriculture, there is no waste. It's all about how you are able to manage what you call waste. Every waste is a value add-on for the next person in the supply chain. Our waste can serve as a value to farmers, and it can serve as a value to other manufacturers, be it in the food space, be it in the skincare space, be it in the pharmaceutical space. So there is no waste. But then how do you optimize your system to make the waste, what we call waste, a quality raw material for the next user in the supply chain? That is what we are talking about. And that can help you get more money, not just in your finished product, but in what we call waste. You can sell or you can add value. Either you upcycle or you recycle and make more money for yourself and also add more value to the environment by giving it back to the farmers as a manure or giving it back to the people who can recycle it for the creatives and all that. So for price, for us, what we do is we work around managing waste, optimizing our system. That helps us to manage costs, especially in this rate of inflation. We manage the overhead cost of production, again, and that enables us to be stable with our pricing. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing such insights. It's been such an interesting time on this call. Maureen, please, I want you to please drop your contact information, maybe an email address or a website where people that have joined this call can get in contact with you. Also, my name is Ijeoma, and you can find me on LinkedIn via Ijeoma and Mbah. How about you, Favour? Are you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here. On LinkedIn at Favour Adeleke, my mail is already on the chat.
Yes, I can see that.
QuiQui Farms, QuiQui, LinkedIn, and of course, it's really going to experience the kind of things you're going to find out that we do. Thank you.
Okay. Maureen, how about you on LinkedIn? How can we access you on LinkedIn? Hi, Maureen. Okay, I think.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, my email and our website is already on the chat. And for my LinkedIn, my name on LinkedIn is Ajaba Ebele Maureen.
Okay.
Or you can also follow us, Mebic Organic Integrated Limited on LinkedIn. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm checking the Q&A here and we don't have any questions. We also don't have anything in the chat box. So I think that will wrap up the session for today. Thank you so much.